Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good day, alright. So today I will continue on the chapter 2 actually. Even though we are in chapter 2 or topic 2, but we are in the textbook is under chapter 4, right? So basically chapter 2 or topic 2 is about job analysis, okay? So what is job analysis? Okay, job analysis is about how the process of the company, okay, they want to do some analysis on the job based on the two main factor, which is they will do on job description and also job specification. So whereby in order to do this job analysis, they need something like human resource personnel, which is job analyst, in order to make sure there is the right person in order to do in a part of analysis the job itself by to suit and align between the JD job description and also specification. All right. So without further ado, I will continue on the part of why the reason we have to learn this chapter. All right. So the first one, we will discuss the nature of this job analysis, which is what it is and how it is used, as I mentioned just now, because most probably before a company is advertised the job vacancy, so this is the reason why they have to do this nature of the job analysis. Okay, and then the second one, we know how to collect the job analysis information by there have will be four uh, methods, okay, whereby they use the four methods, which is interview, questionnaire, observation, and also participants diary. Okay, and the third one, we write down the job descriptions, job summary, and job specification. And number four, we will explain about what is a job analysis is, what it means, and know how it's been done in practice. So basically, uh, in the class, okay, mostly when I having the face-to-face class with my learners and my students, I will ask them to seek for and searching for the newspaper vacancy. Most probably I would not ask them to seek from the internet because it's so easy. Like in order to make sure they know what is job vacancy throughout this newspaper vacancy. So I do ask them to do something like paper cutting and then find the advertisement and show to me, and then I will ask them how the company out there they are doing the job description, summary, and also job specification for the particular company. And number five, we will explain what is the competence based job analysis is. Okay, so this is we move to the part of the description. Okay, whereby in the job analysis, this is the three things that have to be undergo and have to be well versed by everybody. Okay, have to know about this thing. Okay, number one, I use the acronym JA is job analysis, JD job description, JS is job specification. Alright. So JA is the process whereby the procedure for determining the duties and skill requirement of a job and the kind of the person who should be hired for it. Okay, so when we're talking about determining the duties and skill requirement of the job and the kind of the person who should hire for it, meaning to say JD and JS have to be aligned. So this is the responsibility done by the job analyst. Okay, the person who doing this job we call as job analyst. Okay, and the second one, job description, which is a JD. Okay, as you mean as see in the text, a list of the job duties. So JD job description is you have to remember D is D, so it's about duties. Okay, responsibility, reporting relationship, working conditions, and the supervisory so responsibility, one product of the job analysis. So in here, we are talking about the responsibility, what they are currently doing when they are being employed in the company, in particular company, what should they do? Okay, they is referring to the employees. Okay, and the third one is job specification, a list of the job human requirement, that is the requisite education, skill, personality, and so on. Another product of the job analysis. So, I used to say that JS, okay, is related to the KSA. Okay, KSA meaning to say in terms of knowledge, skill, and abilities. And of course, I do believe that, okay, when we do have the knowledge, okay, of course, the knowledge is what we gain in formal knowledge or informal knowledge. Okay, informal knowledge maybe is come from the parent itself, or maybe in terms of the environment itself. Whereby formal knowledge is we go and went for the class, okay, and attended the class, okay, that is a formal knowledge. And we're talking about skills, okay. Skills is actually how we encouraging, okay, in terms of um how to say that um yeah, in terms of the skills that they gain, they earn, okay. For example, interpersonal skills, okay, approachable skills, okay, or maybe like negotiation skills, okay. This is very important. Okay, so and then to make sure that these skills is encouraging, okay, so that's why we have to practice, okay, because skills we can earn and we can gain, but after all we have to improvise it, okay. And then of course the last one we're talking about attitudes of the ability. Some people said what we call attitude can be changed. Actually, it's not true. Whereby attitude can be changed and improved. Okay, so we have to make sure that we try to change. And I believe that because I will teach these halal students, right? So in Islam, Allah wouldn't change the fate of people until the people itself is change their own fate. Okay, Allah tidak akan mengubah nasib sesuatu kaum melainkan um, apa kita kata kaum tu sendiri mengubah nasibnya. So I believe that this job specification, especially when come to personality, attitudes, behavior, actually it can be aligned and it can be what we call we can together. Okay, we can together and we can be a part of that. Okay, be together with them. Okay, what I'm trying to say is aligning in terms of uh, KSA and also the JD itself. Okay, I think maybe that you might say to me, what is my lecturer is trying to say? Okay, in simple words, JS and JD have to be aligned to make sure that the job that they will hired, okay, the job that they do, okay, in terms of they when they are being hired in the company, able to perform well. Okay, when we are not placing the right people at the right place at the right job at the right time, it will be the most what we call mistake done in the personnel or in the hiring personnel. Okay, melakukan kesalahan yang sangat besar lah apabila melakukan pemilihan staff untuk dimasukkan ke dalam company kita. Alright, and then we were moving on to the next one. Okay, still under the nature of the job analysis. Okay, um, the first one. Okay, uh, work activities. Okay, when we're talking about the type of information collected, mostly we're talking about the work activities. Okay, what activities meaning to say the list of duties that been done. Okay, by the company. Sorry, by the personnel in charge. Mean the staff itself, the employees, and the human behavior. We are talking about how does the human itself able to make sure that they can actually improve and suit with the job that they hired for it. Okay, that's what I said just now. Human behavior, attitudes, abilities is about how does the employees, okay, the because employees is the human behavior, right? Okay, sorry, the staff is human being. Okay, we want to make sure that the human being can be trained well. Okay, how we want to train the staff well? By giving a training. So this training indirectly is able to actually polish because this person maybe fresh graduate is zero experiences, zero knowledge, zero abilities, zero attitude. So we want to make sure that this person able to improve, develop in maybe 6 months. So that's why mostly company they give probation period ataupun kita namakan dalam bahasa Melayu adalah proses waktu percubaan in order to see from 0 to 6 months whether you have what we call as improvement. Improvement, okay? And then The next one is about machine tools, equipment, and work aids. Okay, so this is talking about how we want to make sure that the machine tools, equipment that we use able to be connected with us, because this is the thing that we want to use when we are what we call like we have that job on the job training or JT, right? So we want to make sure that the right machine, the right tools, the right equipment. Okay, so we want to make sure, okay, that they have these performance standards. Okay, so wait, wait, sorry, yeah. We want to make sure that the machine, tools, equipment, and work aids able to be synchronized or familiar with the staff itself, because they want to do the job, right? So when they want to do the job, they want to make sure that this person able to what we call something like to make sure that they are really really familiar with the job. Why? The reason, okay, they have to with the job, familiar with the job because they want to make the work. They want to perform the task. If the okay, let's say simple thing. If we only just work in office administration, right? So we need the computer, right, in order to make sure that they have the right. Okay. We want to make sure that the right person, okay, is able to what we call do the job. I'm so sorry, yeah, because it's like this time also my boss is asking something. Okay, but it's okay. We can do it, right? Okay, wait now. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, simple thing. Okay. So when we're talking about the performance standard, whatever, okay, that actually the I mean like the staff itself, the employees, when they want to perform the job, make sure that machine is be used in the right way. Okay, make the right way in order to make the right job, right? So that's why they need performance standards. Okay, for example, like machine tools equipment, whether the staff that been trained, okay, accordingly is what I'm trying to say, whether the staff, the particular staff follow the requirement of the machine tools equipment. Okay, maybe before using the machinery, they have to make sure they on switch on the button, on button, and whether the on button have the green button. Okay, meaning there is a possibility that they are in the right or in the good condition machinery. Okay, so whatever the procedure SOP, standard of procedure, because it's COVID-19, right? COVID-19, okay, they have to make sure they do have, okay, they do have this, and you can see that how you can see that how is the particular this thing is able to do that. Okay, so this is very, this is very very what we call simple. Okay, make things simple, right? You follow the way how I train you, and then you will be according to the standard, and of course the performance will follow the standards. And we do have the job context. Okay, what is it? Okay, job context meaning to say you are doing your work within the job context, within the job context, meaning to say that you are following whatever the content inside the job itself, the requirement, and we make sure that the job is performed in the right way. Okay. So in terms like the last one is in term human requirement. Human requirement meaning to say like job specification right now. So when we're talking about the human requirement, meaning to say when your boss is asking you to do something, is it you are follow whatever the instruction been given to you. Maybe your boss is asking giving instruction about A, and you should give A too. You not have to do like A and then you do B and you do Z, D, E until Z. Yes, we need the like what we call as backup plan. But make sure okay that backup plan backup plan is within the human requirement. So that's we need like job specification, for example diploma in halal management. If you, let's say you want to work with Jakim okay in the future, right? So we want to make sure that at least you have diploma or degree in halal management, for example. So inside here we have number one in term of the knowledge, and then at least you have 1 year experiences in the field of the food industry example. So that is human requirement. Okay, all right, so this is the thing. Okay, as you can see, okay, they put into the diagram information collected by HR specialist, or we known as the job analyst, human requirement, job context, performance standard, machine skills, and also work activities. All right, so we're moving to the uses of the job analysis information. So, what is the uses? Apakah kegunaan job analysis? Number one, of course, in the blue color here, it's been stated there is a job description and job specification, because in the process of job analysis itself, we do need this job specification and also job description. Okay, dia macam tongue twister. Okay, JD and also JS. Alright. So we under this JD and JS, we need recruiting and selection decision, performance appraisal, and then we have the job evaluation, wage and salary decision, which is based on the compensations, and also we do have the training requirements. So when we're looking into the recruiting and selection decision, we have to make sure the particular process, okay, because we want to do the recruitment, kita nak buat proses perekrutan, okay, and also who are the right person we want to select for the company, okay. So that's why we have to see what is their requirement, what is their qualification, what is their skill, what their experiences, okay, and whether they have the experiences doing this job before, okay. So that we need the reason why we need the job analysis process, whereby it goes with the JD and JS. So this is a very much important when we do the recruiting and selection decision. I can say along this all process, this is the utmost important, yang paling penting sebenarnya, okay. And the second one, we do have the performance appraisal. Okay, a performance appraisal meaning to say we want to make sure that when we select the right people at the right place, at the right job, at the right position, we do appraise them. Okay, we give the rewards, we give the recognition, we give the salary, of course, okay, based on the performance itself. Okay, if they do the good job, let's say they're announcing about the bonus because the performance of company is very good. So indirectly, you will be selected a part of the bonus recognition rewards, okay, because of your performance. Okay, so that's why that is important. Let's say you are not doing the good job, okay, so how they appraise you? They not appraise, right? Punish you, right? So there will be like a system of punishment being done. Maybe they have to deduct certain of increment, okay, maybe merit pay maybe have to be deduct because they don't want you to repeat it again and again. Okay, all right, um and then the third one, okay, and the third one, and the third one, sorry, yeah. And the third one is about job evaluation, wage and salary decision. So this is very important, as I mentioned just now. Based on the performance appraisal being done, indirectly they have the wage and salary decision. Okay. Uh, okay, and then that's the reason they needs the compensation itself. Okay, from the result of the performance appraisal. And the last one, the training requirements. Okay. Uh all right. Training requirements. Okay, we do need the training requirement because Because we believe that the training requirement is a very important. Why I said so, because you have to know, okay, you have to know that the reason why this particular person, okay, they are fresh graduates, okay, zero skills, zero experience, zero learning and development. So when we do train them, make sure they polish, okay, whatever that they have in themselves. Okay, that's the reason we need that the training requirement. And of course, we moving to the next one. I think that training requirement, I will go more further when we are in the topic 7, because there will every single here, okay, we do have one topic each to go more deeper. Why? With the reason we need the job analysis information, because from the JD and JS, we do know. Okay, maybe this person is diploma holder. So we need bachelor degree. So we send them in order to further study, let's say, okay? The company support them, give them something like scholarship, okay, that granted them in order to go for the to the upper level, okay, in studies. So this is actually indirectly helping a lot, okay, from the information JD and also JS, which is job analysis, okay, whereby for the job evaluation also the same thing, okay, because we are talking about what actually they do have. If let's say they have more skillful, they have more knowledge, okay, we pay for them on that, okay, because of the job analysis being done. All right, and then we also this is actually the textbook, because just now I explained to you based on what you can see it, okay, when you have this job analysis. Okay, they said in here, selection of people to recruit based on the job requirement and human characteristic needed to perform this job. Okay, so we do have the job requirement and human characteristic to make sure whatever the right person is to do. Let's say we want to hire chef for the hotel, we can't hire mechanics, okay, we can't hire mechanics to do perform and cooking. Let's say we can say like maybe the mechanics also, they know how to cook, but the way on how the procedure a chef is been cooking is different on how compared to the mechanics, for example, right? Okay, performance appraisal compare employees performance with standard which are derived from job analysis. So we do have some benchmark, okay, because this standard to make sure that the staff can be what we call improvise the way on how they work, okay. And then the third one, we do have the job evaluation and compensation, that we estimate value of each job and its appropriate compensation based on the job required skills, education level, safety hazard level of the responsibility, and the relative worth of the job determined to the group jobs into different classes. Okay, so as I mentioned before, okay, we are talking about the level, okay, maybe level of knowledge, okay, level of responsibility. They say about the safety hazard. So this is the thing that we have to look into the JD and JS. And the last one, we do have the training requirement based on the job and required skill which are listed on the job description. So I believe that in the job description mentioning about what the things you should do in this company, right? So somehow certain of the people be hired, they don't have that particular skill, okay, so that's why we need to train them, okay. And this is a part I can say compulsory and obligations of the training been given to the employees, okay, because how to say that in the simple word, you need them to do the job for you, but you not teach them, so there will be like probability like, can I say victimized? Yeah. Then you use the reason that they are incompetent, mereka tak berkebolehan untuk melakukan kerja tersebut because of this. So when they do some audit, they might asking about, do these employees be given the proper trainings? The answer is no. Can you see that? So this is actually victimizations of the employees. You menzalimi dia lah. Sebab sepatutnya kena bagi. Sebab kita nak guna tenaga dia, kita nak guna knowledge dia untuk dia perform job tersebut di company. Okay, and then this is the steps in the job analysis. So this is a very important, most probably in your exam, okay, and because in quizzes also, because we do ask what is its first step, second step, third step, fourth, and five and six. Okay, number one, step one, decide how you will use the information. Information of what? Job analysis. And then the second one, we might know what how to review the relevant background information in terms of the organization chart and also job description. So we do the something like background, okay, review on the chart, organization charter organisasi, to know okay what is the background of each person who are perform the job. Okay, ni bukan ratu cantik but they are talking about the relevant background. Okay, and then the third one, select the representative position, meaning to say who is the right person for that particular job. Okay, so that's why we need the representative. And number four, step four, actually analyze the job. We will analyze. Okay, this is the JD, this is JS. Okay, and then number five, they start to verify the job analysis information. And the last one, they develop a job description and the job specification. Okay, all right. So they do have some information in here. Okay. So organization chart is chart that show the organization wide distributions of work with the title of the each position and interconnecting line that show who reports to and communicates to whom. Since this is on the pandemic era, right? So these things, organization chart, you can retrieve from the website itself. It's more paperless. Of course, sometimes in the company as well, they do something like in their like billboard. Okay, they do put, okay, who is their what we call organization chart of the company, who is the BOD, who is the top management directors and so forth. A job specification, a list of the job human requirement, for example the requisite education, skill, personality, and etc. Okay, so job specification mostly I read it with the KSA, but the textbook is doing human requirements. So human requirement is about knowledge, skill, abilities, and also attitudes. Okay, all right. So this is basically the methods that I told you just now. Okay, what is the method in order to collect, okay, the job analysis information? Number one is about interview. Number two is questionnaire. Number three is observation. Number four is participants diary. Okay. So the methods of the collecting job analysis information, the interview. Okay. The first one, we're talking about the information sources. We do have the individual employees, group of employees with the same job, and supervisors with the knowledge of the job. So this is how they do it, okay? In terms of dari mana sumber maklumat tu boleh didapati, okay? So individual employees, personal, okay? The group of employees with the same job. Let's say you are doing marketing, I also doing the marketing job. If I HR department, you also HR department. And supervisor with the knowledge of the job. So meaning to say your immediate superior. Okay. Immediate superior because this person is giving instruction and supervise you at the same time. So they know how the job will be done by you and also the benchmark and also the standard. Alright. So how it will be done? So the interview format in terms of the structure, meaning checklist, and then unstructured. Okay. And then we do have the advantage, meaning to say the quick and direct way to find overlooked information. Okay, and then the last one, however, there will be advantage and disadvantage. So if you ask me what's mean unstructured, meaning to say the question is just unpredictable question, because you do interview, right? Sometimes the question is just run away in your mind and then you just ask to the interviewee. So the interviewer of the job, which is come sometimes from the supervisor and so forth, there will be just ask the question. Sorry, the job analyst, which is the interviewer, will ask the supervisor, the group of employees, or they ask the individual employees. All right. And then for the advantage, they are very quick, direct way to find overlooked information. So if you ask the question, it's just a snap. Okay. Just ask the question because you can see how the appearances, especially the physical expressions of the person who answering the question. Kita boleh tengok macam mana reaksi muka orang tersebut, how they respond to the question. If they feel like they don't want to entertain the question, they want to maybe like they want to divert, okay, they don't want to answer it, okay, you can see also the expression. Kita boleh tengok air muka orang bila dia tak nak menjawab soalan tu kan. And disadvantage sometimes is distorted information, whereby if you ask the question, the same question in a 2020, and then you ask also in the same 2021, you cannot expect the same answer we get as you asking before, because number one, in term of the environment, okay, the working environment might be changes, and the way of the people who been developed around that will be totally different, so you cannot expect will be same. All right, and the second one, we do have the interviewer, interview guidelines. Why so many like tongue twister? Saya banyak macam, sebab saya cakap laju agaknya kan. Okay, number two, in terms of the interview guidelines, what is the do and don't? So I might say that this is the do's one. The first, job analyst and supervisor should work together to identify the workers who know the job best. So we need to say they have to be corporate, okay, together, cooperation together, okay, together to do the job, and to make sure that they know the good job, okay, they know the good job, and they know, okay, how actually the standard of the job itself. Okay, and the second one, quickly establish the rapport, okay, the interviewee. So meaning to say, there will be like totally, okay, to make sure there will be quick response, okay. Okay, whatever that they ask the interviewee, meaning the employees, okay, the staff, the supervisor, or the colleagues itself, okay, they have to make sure this person will get the right feedback. Okay, of course, that is the interview guideline. Okay, they will ask and then they get the answer. The third one, follow a structured guide or checklist, one that lists open-ended question and provides space for answers. So this one is like, there will be like list open-ended questions, and there will be provide us space for answers. So there will be questions, and then you do have to explain it inside that. Okay, and I might say that in term of the fourth one, ask the worker to list his or her duties in order of importance and the frequency of occurrence. Okay, so meaning to say in here, there will be like a list of duties. Okay, what is actually your JD, and then there will see the priority of the job. Okay, okay, and then the last one, after completing the interview, review and verify the data. So in here, we are talking about of course, after we done with the interview, we must have a wrap up, and then we give like some feedback. What is the things that to be improvised, and what the things in order to make sure that the actual data can be verified. Verify ni maksudnya kita nak pastikan betul tak apa yang dia cakap ni sama. So that's why it's have to go through with the supervisor. If let's say we ask the employees, the staff, so we ask the immediate superior, we ask the supervisor, is it true? It's been done like this and blah 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 blah. Okay, right. So the next one, we do have the second method, which is a questionnaire. The information source have the employees fill out the questionnaires to describe their job related duties and also responsibilities. So the employees will fill out the questionnaire. Now this is a IT era, so we do have the paperless. So we do ask them to answer the question by Google form, for example, and then there will be a questionnaire formats like a structured checklist, and then they have the open-ended questions. And also for the advantage, of course, they are very quick and efficient way to get the information from the large numbers of the employees. And then, of course, that is the advantage. And for disadvantage, there will be expense and time consumed in preparing and testing the questionnaire. Okay, so yeah, okay, we cannot deny in terms of how quick and efficient way, because we just tabulate, we just distribute the survey, everybody will respond. Like we use the Google form, just send to the group WhatsApp and social media, other social media. And disadvantage, of course, is sometimes needs a very lots of time, because we do prepare the question, and at the same time we have to testing the questionnaire. All right, and the third one, we do have the observation. Observation meaning to say you have to go through one by one, observing and noting the physical activity of employees as they go about their job. So there will be like the advantage, provide the first hand of information. Of course, information source, we will observe, okay, at the right place, as the physical place. But you do have to mind here, because whatever that you do in 2021, let's say, it not will be same for 5 years in future. Let's say in 2026, there will not have a different same setting physical location like this. Maybe in future they already more on more high technology being used, for example, right, the way of they do the job and so forth. And then provide the first hand information, that is for the advantage, because you do at that place, okay, and you will directly see, oh, this is how they do their job. And of course, we reduce distortion of information. Distortion meaning obsolete, benda lapuk. Okay, so they used to reduce, okay, the information that will be outdated. But you will get the updated when once you go to the right place at the right time, at the new time, for example. And disadvantage, time consuming. Of course, we have to see and observe the people. Something like kita macam tengok tau. Okay, and then difficulty in capturing entire job cycle, and of little use if the job involve a high levels of mental activity. So here they do say okay, yeah, with, let's say they have difficulty in capturing entire job cycle. Let's say there will be first job, this is first week, this is job A, second week job B, third job maybe C job, fourth job is D week. Okay, so there will be like difficult to capture. That is disadvantage. And of little use if the job involve a high level of mental activity. So mostly, let's say you are working in the legal firm, okay, or maybe accounting firm. This is due to the high level of mental activity. So is not the right way to observe, because you also will totally be mental. Okay, you get me? It takes a lot of time, okay, to do that. All right, and the last one, we do have the participant diary, something like logbook. Okay, workers chronicle diary log. Okay, diary or log of what they do and time spent in each activity. For those who are doing your practical training, this is how you do it. Your work from week 1 until week 8, for example, you go for practical training, right? Okay, advantage, they produce a more of complete picture of the job during that particular time. Okay, and the employee participation, of course, we actually encouraging more on the staff and the employees, staff or employees, right, same thing, to do the job. So whatever you do the job, you compile it into your diary. I know some of you maybe, this is the time 2021. No more to lock down. No more to do like direct write down those the diary, right? But this is how the way you tracking whatever that you did, okay? And then disadvantage, distortion information. Whatever you write down in 2020 is not same in 2026. Previously the internship student is doing like this, but it will be totally different, right? And then depends upon the employees to accurately recall the activity. So sometimes we forget, right? We are forgetful, right? So that is manusia. So when we are doing something like log in the diary, everything, totally we helps a lot on that. Okay, all right, I think that's for all, okay, for today. The rest I will be continue on our next video. Thank you for listening up, and I do apologize for all the interruption interference. Sometimes they have like, yeah, hanging up and loop there. Okay, so because I'm very simple, the way I presenting my lecture to you all, I want to make that you are prefer, or you might be easily to understand, not to use a very bombastic words everything, but also then the student do not learn anything. Okay, at least when I use a very simple languages to you all, okay, and words explanation to you, it might be more near to you. Okay. All right. Thank you for now. Please take care yourself. Please take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And assalamualaikum. Bye. Bye for now. Yeah. Bye for now. All right.